Hello, this is Christopher Zampogna. I want to welcome you to my first podcast at my new office, which is located in Washington, D.C. We moved just recently and now are at 1775 I Street, which can be spelled I, like your eye, or the letter I, Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20006. We're a few blocks from the White House. We're excited for the move. It's a better space. We've added some employees as well. And I got to say, unexpected things can bring good results. And this wasn't something that I had planned on. We did like the other space as well, but I think those that come to visit will enjoy this location. The service is better, and we're right next to all the metro stops. So, without further ado, I'd like to just start this first podcast to speak about the subject of coming to see an attorney like myself. I do practice in several areas. Mainly, though, I've done a lot with criminal law lately, and I was a former prosecutor in New York State. So, if you have some question related to that, please reach out at 202-223-6635 is my number, and myself or one of my associates will be glad to answer your question. And I want this to be, in a sense, it isn't legal advice I'm providing you now, but I do think there are things you should look for as a potential client in whatever lawyer you go to. We've had a great success in our representation of many different types of people, but usually law enforcement, first responders, in criminal matters, and they aren't the easiest situations to help them with. So I would say, number one, despite everything going to artificial intelligence, as we keep talking about it today, you need to look at if you get along with that potential lawyer. So when you have a large firm that you may be considering, just think about the fact, who are you going to be talking to? Will you be talking to the main partner that spoke to you, or will you be only talking to those that are their subordinates? This is important, and you need to know what that term of engagement might be. I give this as a warning because it is true in many cases there are lots of advertising for lawyers that is now allowed, and you're not sure if you're actually getting the representation of the person you think you've hired. Further, I think just the face-to-face meeting is important before you even retain someone. Today, I know people do things through Zoom, but I really believe that there is an advantage to coming into an office, seeing a person. If not, then maybe Zoom at least before you decide to hire that person. And I also understand in many cases that's not possible. But I think it might be the most important thing you can do. If you wish, you can ask for references even from that lawyer. I know we can be intimidating, but realistically, you're still buying our service, so we should be able to provide you with others that have sought out our help. If you wish to talk to them, other lawyers that might recommend us. I would think you'd want to find an attorney in this, in general, who likes to do what they do. If there's someone that has been in practice for a while, that's usually one indicator, but you can tell by just talking to them. Like myself, I enjoy my practice. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've done private practice. I've had my own office for about 20 years here in Washington, D.C., and a little bit in New York State. And it's important because law is not an easy profession. And if you hire someone who's just, quote, in it for the money, it may not be someone who will give you the best results. So what I would say in conclusion here is kick the tires, as they say, before you engage in a legal service. I hope you consider my firm. As I said, besides if you're in trouble, we do have other lawyers that work in estate planning, even some civil litigation as well, which we've done quite a bit as in addition to criminal. So thank you again. Please consider Zampogna PC and call 202-223-6635. Thank you. Bye-bye.